Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Round 3 of the Tamer party hosted at Fanboy 3. Going to be opening up with Master and Disciple. Looks like we were missing the rookie. So not the strongest start from Jesmon. And we're going to see the standard yellow-purple opening. Kari going to come down, but not going to be getting value out of Kari just yet. Second Master and Disciple. Still not opting to use the rookie just yet. And a second Kari comes down. Looks like we're going to have the Solarmon and the Blanc. So, interestingly, not wanting to use the Huckmon just yet. And might as well. The Kari's slowly stacking up. We are going to go wide. System on Blanc comes through. So, when we hit security now, it's going to cost 3. And the Mimis are coming over. This is so incredibly terrifying. Could be in for the long haul, though. Finally, Huckmon is going to go up in the back. I think wanted those for the search, but is what it is. Definitely going to have to try and build for an OTK, because you're not going to get the chance to swing multiple times thanks to that Kari. Huckmon going to come down, drops the Chaos Deg, which is going to delete 2. Delete 1 and the minus 3k. Don't think we have the Royal Knight, so no decoy. Well, that one might be the blocker one, actually. The Blanc's always confusing from a distance, but I'm pretty sure that is decoy. We are going to see the Blitz Jesmon, but I still get to keep turn. The Maycrack does give quite a lot, and we are going to swing over it, since we can swing over unsuspended Digimon on the Digivolution turn. Going to go into the Jesmon X antibody, but since we are doing all of that as part of it, it does mean it gives piercing. And then we're going to lose that 3 memory. So all in all, handing over 2. Not too bad, but the hand size is increasing quite a bit. I don't think this list runs Eden's Javelin or anything like that. Doesn't really need to, but the draw power is certainly nice in security. What are we going to be dropping? Okay, we're going to see the low desk, since we are, I guess, at 3. Going to be able to put the Jesmon to that top of the source and then minus 12k something else. Apologies again for the camera angle on this one. For the Tamer party, everything is just that slightly shifted off, but it will be fixed for future locals. Kind of getting it down to a science. So we are going to start cutting and just picking the cream of the crop, going towards BT11 as I hit the tail end of my footage. We're going to be seeing some decent checks coming in now. But the Holy Wave going to be getting that recovery +1. It's always interesting to see how Setcon approaches this one, because slowly getting chipped away. And there's no body presence on the board really to swing back. Jesmon's not been deck thinning too crazy. Gonna see the calling. Gonna come down for 0, add the Maycrack back, play the Maycrack, and probably drop. Okay, gonna drop the Magna Angemon, probably so we can get Hell Scythe back later. It's kind of interesting that Maycrack in this list is basically just used to set up Hell Scythe. It's like a mini Hell Scythe, only to then do one right back. Clears all the little bodies quite easily if you do have those memory blockers or anything like that. I mean, I'm going to see Ganku, no D-Digivolution there. And he's going to go into Ganku X. And gain the memory back off of the second CL, go into Chimera. And I believe that's the one that does the swing over unsuspended, so that one, when swinging, should allow us to splash more sisters to the board. We'll have Rush, thanks to being a DNA Digivolution. And the question is, are you going to go over with X antibody, or are you going to swing and splash the board that way? We are going to Digivolve 4-5. And we're going to splash the board that way. It's going to give us the Reboot CL. Actually, second guessing it. Going to go for the one that gives memory. We are going to Blitz. And then it's time to start getting these sources out. That is going to give us the blocker. Although it's not exactly anything to be blocked. A Flame Hellscythe should be playing back the Magna Angemod, I would imagine. Alright, now we're going to see the Maycrack instead. Although, no DP... They can't be deleted, but DP minus would be enough. But I believe all the sisters are plus 2k, so the Maycrack's actually not going to kill off anything. So we're not going to drop anything from hand. Instead, we're just going to let the turn pass. 6 security... And interestingly, of course, the player that we need to see their security the most. The one that's off camera. 7 memory to play with. And to be honest, as great as this stack is, I feel like without a Congo or anything, it could just get Chaos Degged. We're going to go the Venusmon, which is going to sec -1 the whole board. Jesmon's still going to be able to swing with pretty decent comfort. Going to use the Mimi to reduce the amount. We are going to heal up 1. And since it is that Ice Wall effect, even going into a new Chimera isn't going to stop the sec -1 blanket. And this one's most likely going to be just set up a board, maybe search for some pieces. Want to see a rookie get built up in the back, might as well. Might also just be trying to prevent too much deck thin, because he's probably more in danger of decking out than actually being bursted down as far as security goes. Yeah, okay, we are just going to see the scoop and set up for game number 2. So game 1 going to security control. So unfortunate that the side that's off camera, we've got the 5 security, and obviously the deck of the Jesmon player probably going to be one of the most important factors. This one seems like a no-brainer. Adds the Mimi to the security. And take the Maycrack to hand. Gaussmon going to be that play cost, Digivolution cost reducer. Just going to go straight up into the Bauhuck, into Savior. And it's going to draw 3. Draw for every 2 cards in security. So now that we're at 6, thanks to the Reinforce, is going to get that extra card on the draw. Kari going to pass turn. Doesn't want to swing in really, because when he does, it's going to be the Mimi on the board, which is just going to make things a little bit cheaper. Never mind, is going to choose to swing. Has to happen eventually, so might as well. I'm going to go for that Huckmon and start searching for the pieces. Most likely looking for that Jesmon. Second Mimi. And then the Maycrack. Going to drop the Mass Stay, which is going to delete and then minus DP. So it's decoy, so he has to do it in the right order. So if he minus DPs the blank first, then can delete straight after. And even if you do the delete first and the decoy draws it, then you just minus DP the Huckmon. There's not really much out of that situation you can get away with. Dropping the yellow and purple sources does let you do both effects. Still got 5 to play with though. Going to get the Blitz Jesmon, but not going to be able to actually commit the Blitz off of it. Going to swing anyway and start getting these pieces going. Gain the memory back off of the CL Splash. That is going to be 2 checks at security. 2 Karis, 2 Mimis. I've gone a little bit positive, and we are going to get the restand off of the Savior Huckmon because we do have a sister in play. Digivolve for 1, I believe it is, on the Jesmon X antibody. I'm sure I would love to get rid of that Maycrack just to be safe. Don't want it digivolving into the Venusmon. Alright, we're going to set up the decoy Blanc this time. Trash 1, draw 2. And we're going to go into the GX, so it's time to get blitzing. This is going to let us play out. Nice big board. We are going to get to swing over the unsuspended. And the mat is going to let us bring back the Mastermon. Not actually sure what Mastermon really does in this situation. Board nice and big. And with the Maycrack down, I don't think there's much that can be done here on 3 memory. Even if you Hell Scythe, you're only reducing 2, so you'd still pass turn. Yeah, I think Jesmon's just played this with just about enough pace to be able to steal this one back. But there are 4 bodies on the board, so de-digivolve. No, even the Death X-Mon doesn't feel like it's enough. Very, very solid crackback from our Jesmon player. Alright, we are going to go for the Holy Wave. That allows them to keep turn. Very, very nice, actually. And then we are going to see the Death X, which is going to pass over a significant amount of memory, but still enough to clear the board. Huckmon going to get built up in the back. Would have liked to see that the turn before, because then you would have been able to actually play for lethal. I think I was too concerned about the deck thin. Obviously having to basically scoop off of the deck out last game. Swing unsuspend, hits the Hell Scythe. So definitely going to be doing the DP minus, and we're going to get the recovery as well. Kari's still tapped, so I won't be able to steal any extra memory off of that. That is certainly maximum value. That Holy Wave went crazy. Even with the unsuspend, still has to figure out something. This is honestly not really the sort of lineup that splashes cards to the board that much. Yeah, you can see going for the Searcher Huckmon, just looking for pieces. Maybe you take the CL. Doesn't look like we have the GX though. If had the GX in hands, then maybe you go for the CL, gain back a little bit of memory, and just blitz once more. Judgment of the Blade, going to allow him to swing over. And we do have the piercing check, so that is going to clear security. That was played this turn, so we can't. So that just shows if they'd brought out the rookie the turn before, they would have been able to lethal. Although that said, I guess if they brought the... No, yeah, if they'd done the rookie the turn before, then we'd be promoting this turn, so we dodged the Death X as well. And every turn security control gets to play, the further and further from victory you get. Still on that 5 security. But the Death X is just chilling there. It does mean that bodies are going to consistently have to get sacked. Going to see the Holy Wave, and that is going to tap 2, tap 2. Such a cheap cost card now. It's dropping for 2 in order to recover +1. This really shows why you have to just be on top of things. At the very least with the unsuspend, it means that the Jesmon is always going to be safe from the Death X. It can't get swung over with ease. It means he doesn't have to prioritize going for the blocker just to try and get around it. Obviously, the lowest cost is going to get caught. We are finally going to see the low desk. It is under 3, so it does get to put it to the top. But since we're not on 3, you're not going to see that -12 KDP. Swing at security, Chaos Deck. That is so unfortunate. Place it to the top. So we're nice and healed up. There's not really much you can do here either. Have to go for the Huckmon, which will allow... that's rough as well. Because the CL can just get swung over by the Death X, which puts you back to 0. I feel like it may have been worth just dropping the level 5. Sure, you're going to give over more memory anyway. But if you drop the level 5, then the Digimon that could get swung over is going to get auto-popped, and then you can at least maybe try and keep some board state. Building up in the back, and now things are getting a little bit more dire here. Still got that pesky non-lethal security. And we've lost our Restander. And the Magna Angemon can be digivolved over for the Venusmon. I definitely would have to go back and take a look. I probably have done it in editing by the time you see it, whether that rookie could have been the difference between lethal or not. Gonna go regular digivolve into Mastermon, which is gonna get the recover. Gonna tap 1 Kari in order to make sure it passes over as little memory as possible. I actually don't want to tap both. This is the most memory efficient play. It's one of the downsides to Jesmon not often running a memory Tamer is you're kind of just stuck with whatever your opponent's going to give you. We are just going to see the Digivolution and pass. Calling in the back as well. And every Digimon that is summoned by an effect is going to pop anything on the board. Nothing to actually pop right now. Alright, calling for 1. I'm going to get the delete. And bring back 2. Now, do you tap the Mimi in order to get the memory back? No. Kari instead. Once again, another choke, and now when you hit security, it's going to cost you even more. There's nothing to de-digivolve when swinging. Going to get to splash out a sister. And we have to be going for the one that does digivolve. Going to go into the Ganku X, getting back the memory. Going to play another sister. None of these can be bottom decked or deleted, I believe. So that actually might keep it safe from the Death X effect. We go into Chimera instead. You gotta be careful here. Go into the Chimera, probably gonna be putting the unsuspend. But you don't have a sister now to get the unsuspend. Yeah, this one's a rough one. I think order of operation is just a little bit out there. And we are going to see that second scoop. Unfortunate there from Jesmon. So difficult a matchup. Get so close, yet so far. Solid play from Security Control. We'll be seeing them in the finals. As always, if you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.